All right, so today I have Sparks here with me. I call her Sparks, and I got everybody else calling her Sparks. Her real name is Sparkle. But we're here to talk to you guys about becoming a realtor with an investor mindset. So me, Sparks, and Lonzy talked about being a realtor with an investor mindset, but today we want to talk about the benefits of having that mindset. And I think a good place to start is like by sharing what happens if you don't have that mindset, right? So Sparks, tell me a little bit about it.
Well, this is a lot, right?
Yeah.
So going through progression over the time, looking back on a lot of the opportunities that I missed not having that mindset. And it's funny because I came into it as an investor,
right.
But sometimes you can get caught up once you get your license, you get caught up in that rat race of just servicing your clients and you're just trying to get from A to B. You know, as you go into different properties and you're walking, like if you just keep your realtor hat on, it may be a property that you can wholesale, like TaNia mentioned in one of her other videos, you're not looking at it from that standpoint, you let it go by and you miss out on a lot of money. So it's always good to be able to look at it from several different angles. Not just for you to win, but also for your buyers to win.
You miss out on opportunities to even service clients.
Yes.
You know, like I did like $3 million worth of sales with one client. I think it was last year or the year before. And I mean, you miss out on that opportunity if you're not investor friendly. Like you're like, I don't want to work with that guy. He only buying a $60,000 house. I'm looking for $300,000 houses. Nah, what about this guy that's buying a $60,000 house? You get that $60,000 commission, and then he's selling it for $200,000. You get that $200,000 commission times 4.
Yeah.
Who mad? I'm not. You know, like the same client, you know, bringing multiple sources of income. So you want to not push away those investors, you know, and then it opens your mindset up. Once you help those investors, you can learn what to do. Like I learned so much I really learned a lot of what not to do working with investors. Like, nah, we ain't hiring that contractor. We're not doing this. So you learn so much when you go in it with the investor friendly mindset, you know, because you can learn from the investors. You can learn from the contractors. I learn from what other people are doing. That's been how I succeeded. Like, oh no, we ain't gonna do what they doing, but I watch everybody, you know, so it's really good to go in it with being investor friendly.
Yeah, and that's really good because just like you said, by being able to work with those investors, now when you meet or talk to your other investors, you can share and help them build wealth. So now you're just continuing to sow these seeds, sow this knowledge, and now this investor who was only buying 1 house a year or 5 houses a year, they're buying 20 houses a year. And so it just continue to grow and grow and grow.
So when you operate as an investor-friendly realtor, so many opportunities come across your desk. Like y'all know, I always say the realtor is the plug, right? So, I mean, it's always a way to make some kind of thing shake, right? So for instance, I went by a property not too long ago, right? And I'm like, the Lord actually told us to pause on flip it, right? And I'm like, oh, I want to flip this property so bad. The guy didn't want to list it. It would have been a perfect listing and it would have been a perfect flip. But the Lord said, pause on flip it. And I'm like, Lord, I want to flip this property so bad. But guess what? I was able to wholesale it. Like I was able to get a buyer the same day. I got it signed the day, got a buyer the same day, made a $10,000 wholesale fee. Like if I didn't have an investor friendly mindset, I would have walked away from it because I wanted to be obedient to God, right? And he didn't want to list it, but I had another strategy to go with, you know? So it's always great to go in and learn the strategies. Like if I couldn't wholesale it, what about like times Leader had properties where he like, y'all can't wholesale it? Let me do some creative finance on it, right? So it's really good to have all these different strategies in your bag because if you don't, you miss out on money.
Absolutely. And you can't service people as much. That's really great. You know, when they've talked to another traditional realtor and they're like, oh, well, you can't list it. You know, thank God we're able to service them in a way where they don't have to be put out or lose their equity in the property because we can either make them a cash offer or do creative financing or even just help them redeem their property in some kind of way.
We still love helping our first time buyers and sellers, but you know, oftentimes they're only purchasing or selling that one house, right? So like I said before, I made 3 million off not 3 million, but 3 million in sales off of one client, right? And I'm able to even teach my first time home buyers and sellers, like, look, you can flip this house, you know, you can stay in it 3 years. I had a guy I just helped out. He was able to sell the house. I helped him sell the house that he was in, put some money in his pocket, and then buy another one. Because I'm like, look, you don't have to hold on to it. You have equity here. Let's build this equity up, flip it into this, take this money and put it somewhere else, right? So it's always good to have that knowledge to give to your first-time home buyers and sellers, right?
So I just recently started targeting investors and helping them build their portfolio. So what we do is we have a consultation that we offer to investors called a legacy consultation. And so basically we sit down and we show them how we can help them reach their goal a whole lot faster. So me and TaNia, we just tag team on one and tell them what we did, T.
So we just locked up a 21 package deal together, one that like I almost lost. That's a whole nother story for another day, but I'm gonna tell y'all about it. But Sparks came in, brung a buyer, and we were able to lock up a 21 package deal, one that we can, like where her buyer will get 21 houses. Her buyer goal was what, 10 properties in a year?
10 properties.
10 properties. So she was able to double that, over double it for her client, you know, just by having that investor mindset. 21 properties at one time.
That's the average number of transactions that a realtor have in a whole year. And we did it in one deal. And we just getting started.
Just getting started. But that's just by switching your mindset, right? Into investor-friendly real estate agent, right? And if you don't, you miss out on opportunities. That's the main thing. You miss out on opportunities and you can't help as many people, right? I mean, it's really a no-brainer for sure. But if you want to hear more about it, make sure you schedule a consultation because we can help you with switching that mindset. We have all kind of courses that's coming up. So if you want to see more content like this, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I drop new content.